Hello and welcome. It is that time of week again. Yes, Sunday morning time. It is Cook on Sunday. My team are here to discuss the week's recipes and talking points of the week. My name's Lee Keys, and joining me is Mr. John Leng, Nick Davis, our resident chefs, and Chris, who is also a food critique on our show. And I hope you find this morning's episode rather informative. First of all, Nick, I like your pork chop. I thought the pork chop recipe last week was absolutely outstanding. The producer did the video, and you can check this out, guys. Don't forget to click like and subscribe via YouTube. It's important to our podcast in terms of growth, and it doesn't cost you anything, and we really appreciate you doing that. The producer did a video, and honestly, it was wondrous. Nick, the sauce was superb. John told me privately he thought dicing the rind, i.e. the crackling, was sacrilege, John. You said you wouldn't do that, you'd leave it as crackling.
Well, I'd just stop it before it got to the plate.
I just think it provides a good texture.
I'm sure it does, but I'd have to do double crackling, one for me and one for the plate.
Yeah.
Initially, I wanted to use some real special pork that I'd ordered specifically for this, but when it doesn't arrive in time, when we have to schedule the video, we had to go out to the local butchers and buy another pork chop on the bone, which was delicious, still really good. I could really recommend you using your butchers because the supermarket meat doesn't come close. It really doesn't.
No.
If you find a good local butcher, most of what they sell is really good stuff, and you know there's no crap in it.
If you pay under 10 quid for a chicken, you're not doing it right.
No, you need the free-range stuff. You've got to do. You've got to have natural food that's living a natural diet. I know Chris will disagree because he loves KFC, but...
Well, not so much. I'm going quite off it, actually.
Interesting.
My palate is matured.
Right, okay. No KFC for you then. Also, just a reminder to follow us on Instagram and X. That's Cook on Sunday 1 on both channels. Instagram, you will also get to see the video recipes. And a video that me and John will be doing soon regarding reviewing an eatery up in the northeast to set off our reviews on Cook on Sunday. So plenty to look forward to. And this is an action-packed show, so let's get on with it. This week's show surrounds a request by a recent Barstewards inquiry guest, Stephen Derbyshire, for a local borough delicacy. He wanted John in particular to do his ideal Parmo and how to do it. Obviously, Parmo's a Parmo. Just before I let John go here, Parmo facts. Although the Parmo's birthplace has been disputed, its origins are widely attributed to post-Second World War in Middlesbrough, believed by many Teessiders to be invented by Nico Harris, a chef with the United States Army during the Second World War.
Parmo? What is Parmo?
Is it short for Parmesan, John?
Yeah.
Right.
It's a piece of meat in breadcrumbs, traditionally, that is then covered by melted cheese.
Right.
You can do other things like stick bacon on it, whatever.
Right.
You do all sorts with it.
Is it like a schnitzel?
Yeah, it's not a million miles off. Obviously, there are different meats you can use with a Parmo. The original Parmo was, in fact, veal back in the day. But now it is typically chicken or pork if you go to have a Parmo in old downtown borough. John,
Yeah.
which is best?
Pork Parmo is infinitely better
Right.
because it's got more flavour. What you need a pork fillet.
Yep.
And you set that up in front of yourself. And you imagine it as a Swiss roll, basically. And you're going to unroll the Swiss roll. But you need a boning knife to do that because obviously you're going to have to cut it. So you cut about a centimetre in on the right-hand side of it as it's facing you. And keep doing that and putting a quarter turn on it until you've got the pork fillet properly opened out. Then you want 2 pieces of cling film. Put one on the counter, you put your piece of pork fillet on the cling film, put another piece over the top, and then braid the living shit out of it with either a rolling pin or the bottom of a pan, flatten it. So you've got a lovely thin scallop there.
Yep.
John, how thick would you normally do it?
1.5 centimetres, 2 centimetres maximum. What you got to bear in mind that you're going to fry this. You want it to cook through nicely, but you don't want to fry it too long because when it's breadcrumb you'll burn them. So take your flour, egg and breadcrumbs, and you go into the flour first with your pork and scallop, then into the egg, and then if you're going to be traditional, into the shittiest golden fried breadcrumbs you can lay your hands on. If you're not going to be traditional, get some panko breadcrumbs which are far nicer,
Yep.
and coat that. Then the choice is yours. You can deep fry this. I prefer to shallow fry, just in a frying pan with half an inch of oil in. Then you take that out when it's cooked, set aside. Then you need some bechamel sauce. Now, this is quite a contentious subject. I think bechamel plain is much too rich and cloying for this dish. You can make plain white sauce and proper thick, but I'll tell you how I do it. I put 75 grams of butter and 75 grams of flour in a pan, cook them together to make a roux. Then I would put a good splash of milk until it tightens and it starts boiling up in the pan. And to loosen it the second time, what most people do would put milk. I don't. I put a splash of chicken stock, and it just cuts that richness a little bit and gives it a bit of flavour. But you still want that sauce to be really, really thick. About the sort of thickness that you'd have cement made if you were bricklaying. Once that's done, you let that cool down and you spread it on the cooked breaded Parmo. After that, you want two kinds of cheese. You want some red Leicester and you want some sharp cheddar. You mix those two together, grated, and you sprinkle that over the scallop. You finish off with some finely grated parmesan and whack it under a hot grill until the cheese is bubbling away and it's got a little bit caught. Use a variety of toppings in addition to the cheese if you want. I quite like bacon and pineapple. That's my favourite. You can go down the hot route and have pepperoni and chilli flakes, things like that. Whatever takes your fancy, really. I wish it wasn't classed as our local dish, but it is. It's easy, it's filling, and it's an awful lot better after about 14 pounds.
I like you losing red Leicester. I think red Leicester's good in the sauce.
It's just because it shows a bit more colour on the top. It looks very anemic if you just use sharp cheddar in it.
Yeah.
Would this be a snack, or would you have something with it, or it's like cheese on toast?
Generally served with chips and salad and
Right.
garlic sauce.
Got it.
I've had Parmos up in Borough. Where would you say best place is to get a Parmo in Borough, John?
Really, the most consistent to eat in would be Central Park and Manjaro's in the town.
Right.
I prefer a Parmo as a takeaway, though I would never order a Parmo as a meal when I'm out. I would go to the Golden Fry at Park End and have the hot shot pork Parmo, and I don't think you'll get any better in Middlesbrough.
Listening to your recipe, like Nick says, I like the cheese combo. In fact, you've given me two favourite normal stock cheeses, which are the red Leicester and the sharp cheddar. They're my two favourite cheeses, the regular ones without going blue and all that crap. So that's a really interesting combo that you've pointed out there. Did you know, John, there is a World Parmo Championships?
I did. We get it covered in the local paper. It's yet another thing that annoys the hell out of me.
You should be entering. It started in 2007 in Stockton, a place you don't really like, John. And it ran annually until 2016. And then there was a 2-year gap. No one were interested, John. You've probably got on comments on local Gazette and put them all off.
So what the hell are you doing?
The 2019 edition saw 30 restaurants compete before the live Parmo off, and the winner was the Borg Italian restaurant from Stockton-on-Tees, taking their 4th consecutive first place.
Oh, lovely.
Michelin guide, yes.
Honest to God, there's some lovely restaurants around here, and the fact that this place is famous for this greasy sodding concoction that'll have you doing in half a bottle of Pepto-Bismol on the night. Just really annoys me, but there you go.
It's always just say Frank Skinner said, try this. He said, whenever you see the word local, either in writing or hear it, substitute the word shit, and it doesn't lose any meaning. That's true. It's like local competition, local this, local that. I think a lot of these towns make things up, and I think it looks so phony, doesn't it?
I'll tell you now, Chris, I am massively in the minority here. People love these things.
Do they? Good Lord.
Oh, there's Parmo appreciation groups on Facebook.
Right.
There's some people on there, honest to God, you think they live on the bloody things.
Really? So it's kind of a local obsession with some people.
Some people put like 3 and 4 reviews a week up. And you're thinking,
Crikey.
God almighty, don't you eat anything else?
Clearly not. It's like Cornish pasties, though. People get very wound up about that in Cornwall, don't they? Oh, it's not a real Cornish pasty. So that has the same sort of cult-like following, doesn't it, I suppose?
And scones with the
Yes.
jam and the cream argument.
Oh, yes. Come to blows over that, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. That's...
Could be a poll that
Yeah.
one. Just going on to that before we move on. The controversial topic of the week last week had 66% of you agreeing with me saying that sherry is just for old people.
Yes, they're right, though, aren't they? It's nonsense drink.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a poll every week on our controversial topic on food. So please follow us on X, Cook on Sunday 1 to get involved. This week, we want to know what is the correct name for a bread roll. Is it bread cake, roll, cob, bap, bun, barm cake, batch, or a muffin?
It's a roll. There's only one answer.
It's not a roll, absolute
Bread cake. I mean, it's like
disgraceful.
portmanteau for children. It's like bread, but it looks like a cake, so we call it a bread cake. It's a roll. Everybody knows that. God, you people. You make me sick.
It's why we had home counties for the BBC, so everyone could understand.
Quite right, yes.
In Lancashire, they use barley. You use a bread cake in Yorkshire. Of course, they're never going to agree about anything,
Of course
are
not.
they?
War of the Roses told you that. Yeah.
Everyone knows it's a roll.
Roll is what you used to do in PE.
No,
Forward
it's
roll.
a roll. Good Lord. Bread cakes, bumps, whatever you call it.
If we had regional sensibilities, we'd have that guy from Strabane, do you remember?
Yes.
Doing the news. No one could understand him. He was talking so quickly. It's a great clip on the BBC. Your man from Strabane.
Yes, it's tremendous.
Your man.
You're a
YouTube,
man.
yeah.
You're a man.
Your man from Strabane.
You're a man. I
wasn't
fight
that?
anyone on this side.
Hey.
Do you know what? I have to be careful of that because my daughter, I should be careful here because I'm sure they listen. Boyfriend, how can I put this? He is a traveller from a prominent Kent travelling family. I can't even mention the surname because they're well known. So I'll have to be careful about that. Shout out to all the travellers in Kent.
Full weight.
Flat out. And I mean, not just pretend one on the site. There's about 200 of them. But I have found out they're quite serious now. So I've already established what the protocol is for the big fat gypsy wedding. But apparently the father of the son pays for everything. So I'm all in favour. So no problem there. I don't have to put my hand in my pocket, apparently. So I don't mind that. It has my blessing.
Yeah. Only problem you've got, though, if it's a gypsy wedding, they all end up fighting, don't they, about 10:30.
That's par for the course. There has to be
Yeah,
a massive pagger afterwards where they're locking crap out of each other. But
Well, so we've got your attention, Chris, regarding this show, and you don't doze off into oblivion. This is the moment where we challenge Chris.
I can't log on Google now.
Challenge Chris. This is a food word. It's got a French connotation, and it's beurre noisette.
Are they sort of potatoes or is it butter or so? I don't know. Pass, you've done me. Go on, tell me what it is.
Actually, you're not far
Right.
off. I have to get producers to adjudicate. You're 1-0 up.
Yeah.
On
Go
the
on,
podcast.
2-0. Give me 2-0. Come on, I've had a hard week.
Butter melted on the stove until it becomes nut brown in colour.
Yeah, well, your pronunciation done me. You're going whoa, like speech impediment. It's burn. So I win. Ha ha, 2-0. Thank you very much. Move on.
All right, I'll give
Yes.
it you 2-0.
Can I cash out now, please, Paddy Power? I'll take my money.
Yeah.
I've won the first 2 legs of that treble. Yeah, I want to cash out.
Denise lets you cash out in Stoke-on-Trent on Bet365. Yeah, cash out 2-0.
But I still have the 10%, thank you. It's a terrible,
there you
terrible.
£1.84, Chris.
That'll do. I've only staked £1.40, so I can take that 40-odd p profit and go home. Yeah.
Chris seems to be beating us at the moment,
Yeah.
which is annoying.
No.
After his
no.
severe cheating on our other podcast.
I didn't cheat. I just do
Obviously
research.
cheated on the 12 Days of Christmas, which he remarkably could reel them off. Like one of these Chinese kids doing a Rubik's Cube in like 4 seconds.
It's a Christmas miracle. That's all it was.
Anyway, we're on to the next part of the show. Dupe of the week. Has anyone got a dupe of the week to add? I've got one.
Go on.
I'll start us off. If we've got nothing else, that's fine. Aldi. Again, Aldi seems to be winning
They should
the
be
wars.
sponsoring this. We're plugging the hell out of Aldi every week.
Cook on Sunday is brought to you by
Yeah.
Aldi. Exactly. Aldi Vive Orange and Lemon.
Right.
Virtually identical to Fanta. You know, the Fanta orange and lemon.
Yeah, cool.
Fraction of the cost. £1.99 for 6 330ml cans.
Cheap. Got to be that nearly £4 for 6 Fantas, I'm guessing. It's got to be, isn't it? It's got to be.
£1.99 for 6 is 33 pence.
But it's not that for Fanta, is it? Miles away. Yeah.
More or less double, I think. We thought we'd touch on local foods this week, because Parmo is obviously made borough famous, much to John's disgust. He's absolutely disgusted that that's what's made borough famous. When there's a football team for starters.
And a massive ICI factory.
It's a long time since that bill of anything out.
When did that shut down, John? It used to be yonks ago now, isn't it? We used to be famous for that.
20 years.
Blimey.
OT side you are beautiful. When the smog clears in the morning, you can still see the smoke from the petrochemical factory.
Yeah. Good. Great days at Redcar, you could see it then. The famous things in Yorkshire, for example, would be a sauce to start off with, Henderson's relish. It pisses all over Worcestershire sauce.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah. Are you auditioning for Outcry?
A pair, yeah.
No. It's much better than Worcester sauce. You only used to be able to get it in Sheffield. Now you can get it in most supermarkets, certainly in Yorkshire anyway. And I've tasted both. It is different class to Worcestershire sauce. It's great on pies. You can put it in spag bowl stew. You can even have it on cheese and toast, crumpets, etc. Henderson's relish is the number one. Trust me on this. If you haven't tried it, please try it. If you're from down south, you still believe that we have outside toilets.
Electricity is white man's magic. Yeah.
That sort of thing. And of course, what would not be Yorkshire without Yorkshire puddings? We've got to sell something to the world. We gave Geoffrey Boycott to the world. We gave Yorkshire puddings to the world. I've got to say, a Yorkshire pudding made with dripping, etc. Yorkshire people are best at Yorkshire puddings. John told me the best Yorkshire pudding tip ever, which the producer does, I don't, to make them rise. John, just go over that again for the listeners on this new podcast that haven't heard the secret to big, massive Yorkshire puddings.
In an ideal world, you would make your Yorkshire pudding batter the day before you're actually going to have your Yorkshire puddings. And you make equal quantities of the trilogy of ingredients. You put the same amount of milk as you put eggs. So if you put a cup of milk, you put a cup of eggs. And then you would put a cup of plain flour. Season heavily and whack it in a blender because it's easier. Then detach the blender unit and stick that in the fridge overnight. Next morning, you need to add 1 egg white and give the blender another blast. And then when you're ready to go, in a scalding hot fat in the Yorkshire pudding tins and bake until they're crispy and as light as an angel's wing.
Tremendous.
I haven't seen Yorkshire puddings rise like that since Pelly seen his rise. Jesus.
Oh, Pelly, I needed to do, wasn't it? Put an extra egg white.
Egg white, wouldn't want the blue pills.
John, have I missed anything else out with Yorkshire foods?
Definitely.
Go on.
Good pork pies.
Yes.
Cured hams.
Yes.
Which are fantastic, I think. And, of course, Yorkshire brawn.
Brawn, yeah. Gosh.
Made from the pig's head and the trotters and the shin beef.
Nick, what do you think to pig's head?
He's never been.
I've never had it, actually, no.
Never been. Beer's too dear there in the pig's head, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So just asking you two, Chris and Nick, because obviously you're from dirty south.
Every day was now, isn't it?
Yeah, horrible.
No, what's your favourite foods associated with Yorkshire? This pair of you must enjoy.
No, we don't like anything. We don't like anything north of Watford Gap services. We don't eat anything. We like a Yorkie bar, and that's it.
If it doesn't swim up the Thames, they don't eat it.
Yeah.
No.
Pork pies. I go Yorkshire pork pies are fabulous. I've had several over the years, and they are leagues above anything you can buy down here. Absolutely leagues above.
I like most fish up north, provided near the coast, and it's a good quality restaurant. I think it's much better. Down here, it's virtually my area in between Slough and Maidenhead. The biggest thing around there would be the Good Warra, where you can get free vegetarian food. If you go in there and say, I'm skint.
That's handy, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll have to remember that for a bad ascot.
That's pretty decent. I think southern cuisine, I don't think there is such a thing anymore, is there? There's nothing that you would have immediately think, well, you say jelly deals, but they're foul, aren't they? Jelly deals, I think. But genuinely, I'm struggling to think of anything that's unique. I suppose Malden sea salt. That's about it for cooking.
A vital ingredient.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Cannot think of anything that's unique to this area that is worth talking about, to be honest with you. I don't know.
Well,
No.
come on, you two. Right, so we'll come on to
Yeah.
like London. And I'll not talk about jelly deals, but pie and liquor,
Yeah.
pie and mash. This originated in the 1800s.
Yes.
This was cheap food
Yeah.
for dock workers to fill them up, keep them warm, get the bellies
And a good
full.
day stealing from the docks. You know, you've got to be fueled at the beginning,
Yeah.
unloading all that stuff over the fence.
Contraband,
Everything.
you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
They used to get really good in the East End and some places was a good salt beef sandwich.
Yes, correct. Yeah, that is true.
Well,
a
the old
Jewish
Jewish jellies, yeah.
Yeah, you still
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
A guy I work with went to, I've kept the place now, that there's a place where they still queue round the block for them. Really good bagels and salt beef.
But if you get a really
Mm.
good one, I remember going to a race course once and they had salt beef sandwiches and they were awful. If you do get some nice salt beef, it's well worth having.
Yes, it is.
But you have to have American mustard with it. It doesn't go well with English.
No, it does not.
Nick, was that confined to the East End then, the best salt beef?
I'm not sure, but early-ish it was around about Jewish areas.
yeah.
It depends where they sell. And they were in the East End in the tailoring business. And
Yeah, typically it's associated. I'm not saying it's exclusive to, but predominantly East End, isn't it? Because tailoring and those kind of professions. Absolutely.
The Jewish food in London is very good, really. You know, you get the bagels as well and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's all
The
good.
trouble is there's these copycat small firms that pop up and try to become big firms and it's sourced out. There's very few independent ones now, delis and all that. You tend to get into a chain, but if you do get a good Jewish deli and have a salt beef sandwich, it's a thing of beauty.
Yeah,
The proper chicken soup and
yeah,
dumplings.
matzo balls and all that stuff. Yeah, it is good, but the rents are so high, as Nick says, you'd struggle to find independence now. The cost of it all.
Nick, Chris, are you fans of pie, mash, and liquor? Is it something that you?
I like it, yeah, I do. I like it very much, but I accept it is very much an acquired taste. I mean, I've given people say, "Oh, that's horrible. Oh my God, how can you eat that?" It really is binary. I don't think you can be lukewarm about it. You either love it or you absolutely hate it. I love it, but
Why do you call parsley sauce liquor? What's all
I've
that?
no
about?
idea.
It used to be made with the ale juice.
Oh,
right.
God.
And stewed the ales.
The last time I had it was about 40 years ago.
Well, it's nearly all packet past now, isn't it?
But if you get a good one, I think they're fabulous.
What's wrong with gravy? Come on, Chris. Why would you prefer parsley sauce over a pie and mash over good thick gravy?
They are both equally good. Somehow, parsley sauce really works. And some people say that's foul, that's an abomination, you need gravy on it. It just works. And I don't know how. It just works. It's really, really lovely.
I like the parsley sauce.
Oh.
It shouldn't work because you think, well, why on earth would you have that? It just works. It really does.
I especially like the parsley sauce made with the ale liquor.
Yeah,
actually.
it really works.
For you old soccer AM listeners, Yorkshire boys love gravy. And we do. It's a fact of life. Nick, do you prefer the parsley sauce over a pie than gravy?
I wouldn't really mind now. I object to some northerners putting gravy on fish and
Oh,
chips.
God, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gravy on chips is acceptable, but
It
not
is
fish.
acceptable, but not fish. Absolutely not fish. But chips, yeah.
And no way fish.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He's a gravy on fish, man, isn't he? That Danny that's on with Gary 8.
Yeah, that's peculiar,
no.
isn't it? It's horrible.
That just don't work at all.
No, it
that
doesn't.
really don't work.
Great, isn't it?
It's not nice.
Moving on to Essex, which is Chris's area. This is the Badlands.
Badlands,
of the
yeah,
UK.
Essex boys, Range Rovers, people with their heads blown off, rugs raining from the sky, yeah.
Cuisine's a lager top.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
it isn't a bag of crisps and a fight. Yeah, that's about it.
Anyway, that's funny. Essex, did you know, Chris, Colchester native oysters? Have you ever had oysters?
I have, yeah. I'm not a huge fan of oysters. I was not particularly my cup of tea, but go on. Colchester native oysters, yes.
Yeah, you will disappoint our Middlesbrough panellists tonight with that comment.
Yeah. Oof.
Renowned for their salty, sweet, and nutty flavour.
It's like sperm then, isn't it, I suppose?
Delicious.
But if you eat pineapple, it sweetens it up a bit, I'm told.
Yeah.
I'm told with the caveat. Yeah.
I don't care really, but yeah.
Just factual things for listeners before we go all off piste. These have been harvested from Mersey Island and the Blackwater Estuary
Yep.
since Roman
Okay.
times. This is a product that is really native to Essex.
Mm.
Nick could have been an Essex boy
He
back in
could have
early
been.
days.
Sounds
I'm
like one,
sure of
doesn't
it.
it?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nick could have been on Love
No,
Island.
he would have been. Yeah.
If he
Oh,
was born
No.
now.
Yeah, but
He
your
would.
permatan, turkey teeth,
Yeah.
and all that. Yeah, I can see that.
In the hot tub
Yeah.
and things like that.
did have a Capri. I
Oh,
did have a silver.
There you go.
there you go.
Anyway, are there any Essex foods, Chris, that you need?
Wendy's, Burger King, Popeyes, Greg's. Go down Southend High Street if you like fast food. It's German kebab. We're famous for that.
Yeah, German kebabs are actually all right.
Yeah, I just quite like that. Do you know what? I'm struggling to pick out anything that's unique. Yeah, I mean, you mentioned the oysters, etc., but there's nothing. I can't think of any native Essex dishes that are worth talking about. To be honest with you, I really can't. The county doesn't have anything particularly regional. Like Yorkshire's full of dishes that you can say that you've exported to the rest of the country, rest of the world. But Essex and the southeast is just a bit bereft of that. I think. I mean, Nick, help me out here. You know much more about it. Can you think of anything southeast that?
No, not nothing.
No.
It seems to be more of a thing away from the capital.
Yes.
London and surrounding all the south now has just become any kind of world food.
Yeah.
Different things crop up.
Yeah.
And it's not like Devon and Cornwall.
Yeah.
It goes back to the old days where food didn't travel, doesn't it? So they had the local things.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, there's nothing that you could take somebody from another part of the country and say, you've got Essex, I think you must try this, when they wouldn't have had it before. There's nothing that springs to mind where you think, other than sort of world cuisine, that they couldn't have anywhere else in the country. And that's quite sad, really, but that's the reality. So nothing from me, I'm afraid.
The only way is Essex, isn't it?
My daughter's going on that, filming. She's an extra, her and her mate are getting paid, I think, 100 quid or whatever, and they're going to be an extra sitting in the next table filming. I mean, how depressed. So they're going to be caked in makeup, and they've got these eyelashes that are like 9 foot long, a sort of hummingbird's wing, and they're going to be sitting there pouting for the camera, some filming it, wherever it is. There you go.
You see the conversation, what's for tea, gal? What's for tea tonight?
That's not bad, yeah, that's not bad.
And then the wife says, it's Finder's crispy pancakes,
You've got
babe.
babes,
You know?
all right, darling, yeah. Well, it's like how do you know a Basildon girl has had an orgasm? Answer, she drops her bag of chips. There you go.
What was that advert? Was that Finder's Crispy Patches? They were singing, "Will be things, fried
Yeah.
onion rings."
The
we'll
black
have
fellow
to
singing
wait
fried
and
onion.
see."
Yeah, hope it's
Yeah,
chips, it's chips. Yeah, they're back in a
Was that-
van, they're workmen, weren't they?
Was that Finder's Crispy Pancakes?
No, I think it was.
Grilled steaks.
Yeah, that's it. Bird's Eye Girls, or was it Findus? It's got to be Bird.
Yeah. Horrible bloody grilled steaks.
Captain Birdseye's got some.
Captain Paedophile,
You
yeah.
hope it's chips,
the-
because you can leave the grilled steak and just eat the chip butty.
Yeah.
Skeletons in his cupboard.
Mm.
2 questions to finish the show.
Mm.
You've had enough of us now. What is the best local food you've eaten in the world?
In the world, yeah.
Um,
Toxin.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nick, I'm going to come to you first of all, because you've done more countries than Alan Wicker.
Right, and this was the best I've ever had anywhere in the world. It was on the island of Mahe on the Seychelles, just up from Victoria.
Show off.
Yeah, better than Colchester, isn't it?
Much, yeah,
Anyway,
much.
I went and had this octopus curry. Now, octopus you either do very, very quick or very slow. I think they've done it very slow. Central Indian cuisine. It wasn't too hot, but it was just spicy enough. And I've never eaten anything as tender in my whole life.
God.
So if you ever go to Maui, go near Victoria and ask for the best restaurant. It's up in the hills. I can't remember what it's called. I think it was called Best Restaurant then. This was 1993, if it's still there.
Good advertising.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. Everything, the texture, flavour, everything was out of this world. So that's my best local food I've ever had.
Fabulous.
Chris?
Well, I would say to keeping it completely regional, and you'll laugh at this because it's such a common, not even a delicacy. A pal of mine lives in South Shields, and he took me to a place that does stotty cake, which is seemed to be some sort of peas pudding and saveloy in a roll, and it was absolutely fabulous. I'm sure people can tell me what's in it, but it was tremendous. It was just sort of layers of sausage and peas pudding and a starched white soft bread, and it was absolutely fabulous. And I would eat that every day for the rest of my life if I could. Really good. Really enjoyed it.
There you go. John?
It'd be a dead eat for me, actually. Lochfine oysters and Herdwick lamb.
Fair enough. Gosh.
John, the Herdwick lamb,
Yeah,
that's special breed, isn't it?
yeah. The white lambs, but the wool is brown, and they don't grow as fast as normal lambs, so they don't kill them as quick, and it takes longer for the meat to mature. And they're such awkward little bastards while they're alive as well. It makes you like them all the more, really. And it's just, well, sheep meat in general, just on a different level to anything else. It's beautiful stuff.
Yeah, I would say for me, it's Picasso restaurant at the Bellagio.
Ooh, look, another show off, listeners. Look at us. We're all skint sitting around a match to keep warm, and he's about the Bellagio.
I can't afford there now. The steak there was absolutely phenomenal. I've never had steak as tender and as...
What was it, Lee? Was it Wagyu or something like that? Or was it just steak that cooked brilliantly?
Yeah, it's just a fillet steak, which obviously I love, but I've never had a fillet steak
Wow.
like that anywhere. And I suppose for what they charge, they've got to
Yeah,
produce, haven't they?
just
So
a bit. Fabulous.
you're not just going to go there. But the amazing fact, I couldn't believe this.
Yeah.
The Picasso restaurant is called because the owner of the Bellagio collects Picasso.
Well, does he?
There is actual Picassos on the wall that are worth absolute millions.
Really? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Been there, and I've
Yeah.
been to the Bellagio. I always assumed they were all like reproductions or prints, etc.
No.
Wow.
I asked the main maitre d' there, and he said, no, they're real paintings.
Wow.
And that's why they call it the Picasso restaurant. You're just looking at them thinking, God, that's worth like zillions.
Wow.
Yeah, it was an experience. You got to do things once, even though they're not value for money.
Yes, phenomenal.
It was quality. What dish did you have as a child that you've never seen anywhere else?
Junket. Do you remember junket?
No.
Okay, so this is not some sort of repressed abuse memory. This is real because I looked it up before this program. And junket was, how can you describe it? It was a rennet-based pink kind of custard that came in powder form. I'm making it sound delicious, aren't I? And I think you added like milk to it, or it came in like a jelly, you added hot water. And it was pink set custard that was mildly sweet. And that used to be quite popular in the 70s. I remember having that probably once a week as a kid. I don't think you buy it anymore, but if you go online to sort of junket dessert, you'll see this little packet and it was a pink custard. And it had little or no flavour, as I remember. But everyone ate it.
For me, it was my granddad had after his afternoon shift. He did the 2 till 10. He'd come in at 10:30 after his shift. My nan would prepare for him a grilled cheese in the oven.
Yeah.
Grilled the cheese so it's nice and crispy and that.
Yeah.
And then cut an hole in the middle. She'd do fried egg and stick it in the middle. I was hooked to that as well. Heart attack food.
Brilliant.
But it was... Honestly, it was divine, full on protein and very tasty protein. Back then, I'm not sure John would approve of that, but John, what was yours?
Carlins.
What's Carlin?
Little brown dried peas, and you used to boil the hell out of these on a Sunday afternoon to get them ready for a Sunday night. When we were sat around watching the telly on a Sunday night, these peas used to go into the frying pan with beef dripping, sizzle them up in the manner of refried beans.
Yeah.
Then you add loads of vinegar and white pepper and scoff them down. They're absolutely lovely.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh,
Never heard of that.
No.
That is one out the box.
It is.
yeah.
Listeners, let us know what you think. Comment on YouTube. What's your favourite foods that you've had as a child that you've never seen since? Nick, finishing off with you.
Well, mine, I haven't seen these for years, and I hadn't had these since I left home as about a 16-year-old. I used to request it when they were in season, but gooseberry crumble, you never see gooseberries anymore.
That is a fair shout.
But I used to love gooseberry crumble. I love gooseberries, but you never ever see them anymore.
I had a gooseberry crumble last year, but you're right. I don't know where it came from, but you used to see them all the time, but they just don't seem to exist anymore. But that's fabulous, gooseberry crumble. Absolutely fabulous.
Oh.
Yeah.
You'll see them anywhere where Jeremy Lee's the head chef, Nick. He's absolutely obsessed with doing gooseberry puree with any oily fish he serves.
Seen gooseberry falls at some supermarkets, but I've never seen gooseberries on sale at any vegetable fruit shop or any.
You're right.
There used to be serious competition up here, and there was actually a gooseberry fair.
Oh, of course there was. Yeah.
People used to compete. Really, really seriously, honestly, it was like the Gooseberry Olympics.
I used to love eating gooseberries as a kid. Wild gooseberries.
Oh, yeah.
You find gooseberry sourness and
very tart, weren't they? Wow, yeah.
Yeah. I used to love doing that. Right. I think that's a suitable time to end it. I think we've enjoyed this show. Please don't forget to do everything I've told you at the start of the show, which is to like and subscribe on YouTube. It really does help the pod grow. And secondly, to follow us on all channels, Instagram, Twitter, Cook on Sunday One. Let's make this a fun show, and let's make it your show. What would you like to see on future shows? What food reviews would you like to see? What food recipes would you like to see? Please comment wherever you see fit, because we're open to suggestions. We've enjoyed it. That's all from me, John, Chris, and Nick. Bye for now.